Hello from Bangkok, we're Steph and Pete, and we travel a lot with our 4-year-old son Hayes.
Hello!
Our favorite places to travel are usually cities, and the reason why is because you can visit them over and over again and still find new things. This is our 3rd or 4th trip to Bangkok, and one of the areas we haven't really explored in depth is along the Chao Phraya River. We are going to visit major attractions, lesser known communities, hip coffee shops, artsy neighborhoods, and more, and we're going to do it all by boat. Now we are starting at one of the most famous sites, Wat Arun. I haven't been here in like 15 plus years. I think Pete too, but Hayes has never been. And I think this is the first temple that I ever visited in Thailand.
You're going to come to quickly realize, well, you probably already know, we're not great at giving history about certain places that we're at. But this temple, I was just reading a little bit about it and it makes sense. It's named after an Indian god, Aruna. And I was like, it's got some serious like India vibes to it.
A little information, it's 100 baht to enter, and I think around 5 million people visit this per year, so it's definitely one of the most visited temples. But Wat Po for the reclining Buddha, also accessible along the Chao Phraya River, but we won't be visiting that today. It's visited by like 8 or 9 million per year.
Don't forget the free bottle of water with admission.
Crucial.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite things about this temple is that this place isn't actually that big. So you can do it really quickly.
And then you can guide to the smallest landmark.
Oh, but look, with a 4-year-old, it's like good to have something that's not too overwhelming.
Thank you. Let's take photos. Just a minute. Thank you.
Okay, can we just come?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
It's still overrun with influencers who are ushering us along so that they can take photos. If somebody in Thailand knows, like I know in Korea you dress up in the hanboks, that's like a very common thing for Koreans. I don't remember that being a thing here, and now it's definitely a thing. So is that a thing Thai people do, or are these all tourists dressing up in Thai traditional wear to go to temples? Somebody let me know.
We don't need to get inside these broken highways.
This way? Okay. Up on top. Watch out.
Hello. Hello. He actually copied me. Hello.
I thought it was just parrots that could talk.
I've
but
never
that
heard
is
that.
really cool.
Hello.
Hayes told us, he said that bird just said hello and we were like, and actually does.
Next stop, we're looking for like a Portuguese museum, and we're struggling to find it. But Hayes just stopped and he was like, that bird said hello to me. And I can't get over how cool that was. Anyway, this area is like a 15-20 minute walk from Wat Arun. We took a grab because we have a moody 4-year-old. I don't like to like harp on the days where it's difficult, but I do want to be real in case somebody's watching and they're like, wow, it's so easy to travel with a 4-year-old. It's not always. We're having a little bit of a rough morning. It's very hot. Anyway, but then you have a moment like that where you're just like wandering around lost in an alley and you stumble across a bird that says a perfect hello. Very cool.
How could be a temple in a little place?
We're looking for a museum.
We haven't found the museum, but we have found his Kang Lung Parang Parlek.
Baan Kudichin means like foreigners from Portugal, I
Can
think.
I eat one of these?
Of course.
Games.
So the museum we're looking for is the Baan Kudichin. This area used to have a Portuguese influence for the last like 500 years when there was the shipping trade. There's like a friendship between Thailand and Portugal. Friendship? I don't know. I'm not quite sure other than the Portuguese were here. So there's some churches and there's a museum, and this neighborhood is great to wander around.
It's like a just like a little cake with one raisin on it.
One single raisin. Don't mean to make comparisons to India all day, but there are strong Bandra vibes here. Bandra was the neighborhood in Mumbai we lived in that was Portuguese. So we found the museum. I love stuff like this because it's like you definitely don't have to come here in Bangkok, but if it's your like 4th or 5th trip or whatever, and it's a great little neighborhood to explore. But I clarified a little bit of the history. The Portuguese were among the first European countries to come here over 500 years ago with the intent to trade and establish diplomatic relations, and they also fought with the Thais. So in return, the Portuguese diaspora was given land grants to create little settlements such as this one. That's all I got. So there's a cute little museum here.
It's quite fun explaining to a 4-year-old how people from here took a boat all the way around the first to Goa in India. Love Goa. And then all the way down to
Daddy, see this?
Even more fun to explain how many Portuguese colonized places there's been.
I know, I was just thinking that, because been to Goa, Kochi, and to Macau
And to,
relatively recently.
Gaul.
And to Gaul, yeah, in Sri Lanka. Yeah, and what was called Ceylon.
Quite a few foods we have the Portuguese to thank for here too. Wow.
Nice, what a great little view.
It's a little bit.
I think like this trip actually started to really get to know or understand a little bit more about distinct neighborhoods. Actually didn't know that there was a Portuguese neighborhood in Bangkok until Steph did some research, but that's what's great about staying along the river.
Okay. Where you from?
UK and US.
Oh, United Kingdom. Okay.
And United States.
It's okay.
State. Okay. Yeah.
Are you Chris?
I'm Chris. Yes. Take a seat. The menu on the board, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Chicken macaroni and gravy roast pork. Okay. Every menu has rice on the menu. Okay. And chicken.
Our next stop is Macaroni by Chris, where we were promptly greeted by Chris himself. If you've been around our channel a while, you know that Pete and I love a dining establishment where we get to be served by a man in boxers. And our last one was actually in Goa, in the Portuguese area, so I don't know.
I went for the chicken macaroni by Macaroni Chris. Raisins, chicken, macaroni.
Big
and
raisin day.
Raisin day.
It's really nice.
It
So
tastes
lovely.
like good
Tomato sauce.
SpaghettiOs.
There. Yeah, it's really good.
Like if SpaghettiOs were not from a can.
But I like the raisins.
What about the taste?
It's great. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just make a comment? It's not macaroni.
See you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
family.
Anyone watching this out there who has anything to do with making signs of people's photos on them, it's like Stephanie's goal to like be in one. So here's an example of some famous people that have come to visit this
In Korea
establishment.
specifically.
Yeah.
Mommy, I want to see the talking bird again.
I don't know if we will. Should we look for another one?
No, there's only one in the future.
So I don't think I've mentioned, but today we have full day passes for the hop on, hop off Chao Phraya boats, which is really convenient and pretty affordable. It's like $150 all day and there's a bunch of stops along the river. However, I think in this little section, we're gonna have to be doing some combination with the other boats to get back and forth. And then at the end of the day, I think we'll be able to shoot on back up the river, making some stops on the hop on, hop off boat.
Can I try that?
Buttercup.
Daddy, can I try that?
Yeah. Your legs might need to grow a little bit more. This is really interesting. These boats here, there's a ton of them. They're all trash collecting boats. So they've just been. I saw one this morning actually. Obviously just whipping up and down the river, just collecting. And then they maybe come here, sort stuff, and then it's moved off. But amazing.
Do we put trash in the river?
No, I don't. Do you?
No?
What does that do?
It makes them healthy.
Putting trash in the river makes the earth healthy?
No, I mean cleaning up it, so we clean up it.
You know, like urban planning, beautiful spaces in cities, part of me, which I love, is really excited about this. Because I guess this was maybe like an old highway, that they've repurposed. And I just think it's great. The more of this that we can have in cities, the better.
What are you doing with that?
Putting this in the trash.
The Chao Phraya Express boat. So different than the hop on, hop off that we took this morning. Definitely more crowded, but it's only 16 baht per person. So pretty efficient way to get around Bangkok. Please? That boat took us to the Talat neighborhood, which is like just a little bit south of Chinatown, and it's a great area to walk around. There's lots of street art. I think there's really cute cafes. We're trying to head to one now. We've been to so many distinct, cool little neighborhoods.
Stephanie?
Yeah? Well, it is Valentine's Day. Also, as Macaroni Chris told us, it's Ash Wednesday. Happy Ash Wednesday to our Catholic followers.
Cheers! Not what I expected when I walked in. This is amazing. Alright, look at this. Let teapots lead the way. These look like cocktails.
This is Mother Roaster. Seems to be a very serious coffee shop. Got some kind of contraption thing I've never seen before. And I ordered something that does not make sense to me. It's passion fruit and coffee. I love passion fruit. I love coffee. Felt like the thing to do. That sip is mostly, just passion fruit. I mean, it doesn't not work.
I just got a latte, but with artisanal ice in it. Can be a bit cold. This alleyway has inspired me to recreate Troye Sivan's music video.
The vibe right now is so different than how our day started. This morning was rough. I'm not complaining. We choose that this morning was rough. And I just want to pull back the curtain a little bit and say that Hayes is not always in the mood to be out in 90-degree heat and looking at temples. But we've had an attitude shift, and now I'm waiting on them to finish dancing in this alley. Real quick, I just wanted to say that one of the reasons it's so easy for us to explore the Chao Phraya River neighborhoods is because we're using the Hotel Riva Surya as our home base. The Riva Surya is a modern boutique hotel that is an absolute oasis here in Bangkok. It's right along the Chao Phraya River, so it's a good escape from the hustle and bustle, and it's also super well connected to many of Bangkok's most popular attractions like Wat Arun, Wat Po, the Grand Palace, and the infamous Khao San Road. I can't begin to describe how nice it's been to sightsee without dealing with Bangkok traffic, and to start our mornings off with a riverside breakfast and then come back after a long hot day of exploring to a sunset swim. It's been absolutely perfect. So a big thank you to the wonderful team here at Riva Surya, and stick around to the end of this video if you want to see Pete's full room tour. So this is Warehouse 30, and it's like gallery spaces and shops and cafes. If you've been around our channel for a while, you know that contemporary art always does well for us. We tend to have good luck with that. So this is like an easy hop in, hop out of a few galleries, low time commitment.
Hayes just found his favorite. Someone flashing their butt.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Sticking your butt out to this.
So when we came in, the front window panes look like they've been smashed. But it could be on purpose, because this is just like layered, hammered glass. This is the kind of art you want to recreate yourself. How awesome would that be to take a big pane of glass and then just hammer at it to try and make some art?
Can you tell me where to go while I'm closing my eyes?
I don't know that that's a good art gallery game. I thought this was real smashed glass. Hayes was like, I wonder what kind of art that is. I'm like, no, I think somebody tried to steal the art. This here, but you can see from the inside that it's another one of those faces. That's cool.
We're not getting on a hop-on, hop-off boat. We're getting on another shuttle boat, which takes us to Icon Siam, and it was only 6 baht.
There wouldn't be a video in Bangkok without visiting them all. But we do have to get over to that side to the pier to get back on the hop-on, hop-off to go back up towards our hotel. So, when in Rome. If you've watched literally any video of Bangkok on YouTube, you've probably seen the food court at Icon Siam, so you don't need our take on it. But we did pop in to get some Hokkaido soft serve.
It's really good.
Made it back on the hop-on, hop-off boat, headed to our last stop of the day. Cool fact about these boats is that the owner of our hotel, which is a boutique family-owned business where they own a bunch of properties in the area, his great, I don't know how many greats, grandmother operated like a paddle boat across this river in like the Brahma time or something. I'm probably messing this up, so if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but interesting to think that like, oh, it's this tourist hop-on, hop-off boat, but it's got a massive history here in Bangkok. Last stop of the day is Wang Market. It was recommended to us as a very local market, which it is. It's mostly like home goods and stuff, less on the food. We found this little place for dinner. I'm exhausted. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep on the boat on the last stop. And we've come into this place, we just picked the busiest one. It's northern food, I believe, which is funny. This is what we eat all the time in Chiang Mai. We have some roast chicken, we have some pork lard, and then we have a crispy papaya salad, which is actually cool to see because we eat that at a restaurant in Chiang Mai a lot, but I've never seen it anywhere else, so I was wondering if it was like a that restaurant thing or a Thai thing. Now we know the answer. This one looks like it has corn in it too, which is cool. And after this, we're gonna go back one stop to the hotel. It has been a day. We've covered a lot of ground, I think.
You forgot to mention the most important part of this market stop. Someone had an outfit change.
I have a toy.
Do you have a toy? No. You got a new shirt.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
I would like one of these.
Ooh, missed the boat. Come up again. Oh,
How are you still dancing?
Still got that Troye Sivan in my head. Welcome, congratulations, and thank you for making it to this part of the video, which is a room tour. Just a reminder, we're staying at the Riva, Surya, and this is one of their premium rooms. River view with a balcony. I'm gonna show you around real quick. A couple of things that we love about this room is this bed. It's massive. Also comes with a laptop stand. How cool is that? I haven't seen that in many hotels. Enough space to put another bed for Hayes, which has been great. Lovely little living room space situation here. A little bit of working been happening. Not by me, but by Steph. And then you got the balcony. Look at this. So much space. Whoop. And great view of the river. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, we've already talked about this part? Well, I had to do it multiple times because I'm not very good at doing one take. So, got this river view. So fun watching all the boats whip up and down here. And then at night, they're all lit up, which is really cool. We also took the hop-on, hop-off boat over here just yesterday. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you come to Bangkok, check this place out. It's a great location, great hotel, great value.